So after the weapon is modeled or something, I need to do the animations. I guess there's like a Blender course on this or something. They do this for various games. They set up the camera and like make sure everything is like up to par. So what we need to do is install Blender, get source SDK tools. Oh yeah, let me check if that's like enabled. It should be. Yeah, mine enabled by default, but at first they kind of like don't sync in, I guess, and then all of a sudden it does after a few saves. And then once you have that installed, you have to make sure they work. Once they work, and once you already have a model that's like rigged, you should have them working by then. So go to our decompiled folder. I mean, it's actually already like done from the last two tutorials. I tried to kind of like go over a lot of the problems. There's a lot. I already forgot half of them, which sucks. It's like you get into like midnight and then you actually like figure out a lot of the things. So this is the one. So we get this problem error. We get this whole time. We don't select the object. You have to select the object and then import the animation of where it's idle. Then we need to make sure source SDK is running. Why? Because like it's a headache. Because then MDL viewer will properly pull the textures. Checked out this like VTube studio or something. I guess it's a multiplayer studio. It'd be nice to check this thing out. I don't know, maybe I'll install it. Yeah, whatever. It looks really pinkish. That's where I'm dredging not to install it, but whatever. So source SDK tools. I don't know if it's in my like favorites. I believe it's in my favorites just because then I don't have to scroll all the way to like infinium. And then launch it. It should be already like mounted. Like once you've mounted it, it mounts. You don't really need to launch it the next time. But so Cow Fortress is my other one. So I believe I need to change it. And you can go into this edit menu and the Source Engine MP, which kind of means Source Engine 2013 multiplayer. Kind of. It supports different like instances. So this is the one that's the mod TF on K drive. Should we work on this one? We could. We can try it since it's already mounted. I was working on the SE one and trying out different shader stuff, and then I lost. I don't know how the computer decided to reboot without me, but it did. It likes to like do weird stuff. All right, then we set up our crowbar. Oh yeah, install crowbar. Sorry. And this will sort of like work with source SDK tools. In some sense, they kind of work together. Now we want to clone this. I like to call mine like, we'll call this one Cow Fortress, because it's like the Cow Fortress one, kind of like match what's in source SDK tools. Then we point to our game directory and game info. That won't point MDL Studio though, but we want this source SDK MDL Studio to our Steam libraries, wherever that's at, and wherever you installed source SDK tools multiplayer. So MDL Studio is the one that's going to properly compile the proper model format. Depends what modeling game you're modeling for. So watch out for that. Okay. We go to Compile tab, choose the game. We choose Cow Fortress. Because usually it's called Frog Fortress if you install Source SDK tools. I mean Source SDK 2013 multiplayer off GitHub, and then You install Frog Fortress, so this one we have to call Cow Fortress. Why? Something about modeling in cows program, I don't remember. Then we have to get our file that we're going to compile. We'll just like make a new directory out of that one. I'll clone this directory, copy paste it, clone. We're not in GitHub anymore. Well, we kind of are. It's good to keep your projects in GitHub too. Like keep these MDL projects in GitHub so you have copies in case your hard drive dies. We'll name this one animations or something. Then the computer will fail because it tries to look at the older folder. I'll put that into the compile. Then we'll direct it to our QC file. There's two QC files. I don't know which one was which. So I'll like name this the third one. I'll open 2 and 3 in Notepad++. I like to work in Notepad++ because it's fast. It's the faster of Visual Studio, and I think it's faster in Visual Code because it gets less cluttered. And I try not to install plugins unless the ones I need. The ones I need are generally Compare. Converter, I guess, is a good one. I don't know. I think it comes with it. The other one I like is FTP. I don't know why I don't have it yet, but I will soon. And the other one I like is some other one. Something to do with some sort of high-end development thing. All right, but we need one. So let's like compare. Let's run compare. Compare is always nice. I get to show off what it does. Okay. For C++ files, massive code bases, it's really nice, especially searching. There's also this program called WinMerge that'll do this basically on a grand scale, which is really nice. Okay, so we know that that's going to make Grenade Launcher 4. I set my file to Grenade Launcher 5. The problem with the mod I just chose, it's a TF2 mod. Let's see. Will that cause any issues for us? Yes, it will. One issue is I don't have it to where it is source SDK mod. To where I can just launch it out of here. So how are we going to have to launch? I may have screwed this whole setup up already, but let's try to do it anyway. Let's launch our, let's be like, as if I'm doing this, this is the professional level grade. All right, so we'll name our file Grenade Launcher Final 2. The reason I'm going to do it like this is because like I want to launch another instance. .qc. This is usually how you do it anyway. We'll have like messes. Okay, this will be 5. Grenade Launcher Direct. We have these like, okay, so we need animations now. Let's launch, let's compile this real quick. See where it throws it. It should throw it into that folder I specified. mod_tf. Yeah, it throws into mod_tf. Yeah, this mod folder is like located somewhere and Steam's not reading it. What is source SDK? I gotta go back and check this. I don't think we're pointing to the same folder that MDL viewer is. Even though it told me like it couldn't do that. That's why I think it's the wrong folder, both directions. Isn't it running already? That's what I don't get. Oh, maybe I closed it. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to close it. Edit. No, it is doing the repos. Huh. Because last time it told me you couldn't. I'm guessing something changed and Steam like hit a reboot on me. I don't know what happened there. Mysterious things happen when you leave the computer on. Sometimes that's why I just don't turn it. I mean, I turn it off deliberately. All right, so it finished compiling, but let's see if it model viewer can actually view that folder. Oh, yeah. So when model viewer loads, that's when we get the app ID based mounting is unsupported on non-engine DLL projects. Or so how can we load model viewer? I mean, we could load HL other viewer. What would happen if we load this at HL viewer? Unable to load. Oh, that's what would happen. That's my own. That's interesting though, because I think I could fix that. What did it say? What's the problem? It says scripts, games, sounds, manifest. Where is it looking though? Interesting. I wonder where it's looking for that. Oh, my old access violation hammer dump files. I wonder what's in here. Good things. Okay. So we're kind of off to a really weird start here. We could switch to the TF2 source SDK, I guess. Let's see if this runs. It probably doesn't. I just want to see if it runs. It looks like it just failed. It'll probably crash. It should be in Blender right now animating. But, or this should be a Half-Life 2 though. Let me see. Maybe we will run Half-Life 2 and not TF2 mod. This should crash though. But it'd be nice to do it for both. Like in TF2, you would have to replace the arm. Well, not the arm. You would do the animations inside the arms. The animation arms. You would decompile the arms and the animation arms and do both. Or triple, actually. And you would take animation files. So, like, you have to do a lot of 3-level merging, I guess. 3-way merger. See, does this say Frog Fortress? Like, what DLL is this running? Microsoft Copilot is advertising. Alright, does this crash? Probably does. Let's see. Ignore all asserts. Yeah, it does crash. There is a way to fix that. Like, I was thinking of using this as a... Alright. See if we could fix this. Say we were doing in TF2. Alright, this is our C Steam source mods HLNP. Okay. Can we open another one of these? No, it like dies. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, we can. Okay. So, see what it says. Okay, it's the right one. binary 64. It's got shader and shaders. Okay, we have these shaders. I think I did compile all the shaders. I could just like copy paste them. Game some shaders. No, I didn't compile them all for this. Did I compile them for HL2MP? I think it was one of them I did. Oh no, I didn't. I think it was an older one where I did. It takes like a day, but I could just like find that. I don't think it'll like care. Okay. Let's see if I can't find that for fun. But I think the DLL does not match it, so it would have to like, I would have to paste the DLL from the 2025 one I have. And I have other problems in this, so I don't know what the results will be. Who knows? Yeah, here I have it. Huh. World 2 texture blend 2PS. That one's big. Warp, refract is big. Light map generic. That's like a 10 megabyte shader. Wow. That's interesting. What version is that? PS2. Vert lit and vert unlit generic. That's like the biggest shader, I think. It's the biggest shader, yeah. Light map generic 2. Huh, that's interesting. I'm not gonna close that for now. Wait, what I need to just check is what's inside the binary. Yeah, it's got a shader generic example. 2 megabytes. Okay, so what is the megabytes on this one that doesn't have much? 2 point. Yeah, this one's a little bigger, so it's probably included the other ones. Huh, okay. Let's go to modtf binary. Let's get these binaries and put them in this one. How different are they? These ones are a little bigger, yeah. Okay. Guess replacing them isn't too bad because and what would happen if we did this? Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's set up. Let's just set up for it. Kmod, Cat Fortress. Huh. Mod MP. It might not work though. Let's see if it does. Okay, let's set up another game. We have to reboot Steam after. Mandated to. So it can't be this folder. It has to be the folder I copy pasted into, which is this folder. Just updated the. There's no models even in here. Sound Workshop. What's that about? Is that where we like set up a Sound Workshop? An empty folder. Okay. Inside config, there's nothing. We can't script weapons. We can't, or can we? There is no script folder for weapons. Damn it. So how are we supposed to replace TF2 weapons? Resource? Guess we could load up GCScape. It's getting really sidetracked now. Okay, let's add this other game configuration. Oh, whoops. Damn it, I hit that twice. Let's just like add to the convolution. The problem with this seems to be like a lot of errors. I don't think they had this thing ready when we released it. Yeah, like it's running off of this HL2. So what if we switch the game to that, apply it, run it. Should be the current DLLs. Oh wait, I did modify something. I'm gonna fix up all these errors. It's not gonna work. This won't work. Damn it. I have to fix like everything. Huh. That's a lot of shit to fix right now. Damn it. Well, switch to the HL2MP one, I guess. Alright, so we need to put this. No, oh shit. Put this. Into crowbar. Tile it again. And we're going to have to clone. K indicates that I'm in the K drive where this folder is located. And the next thing indicates the test. There's the source mods. Alright. Compile. This is always like really good how I did this and how it has to work. Like fights each other. Okay. Now let's like compile the file we made. Once like this is set up, a lot of the stuff is like more Blender. Alright, so that works. Let's see if this HL model viewer works. I'll have to figure that out later. Just make my own HL model viewer, like OpenGL or something. I don't know. That'll take like months, but whatever. So is this in the right folder? Let's go to models, primers, props, Blender box. Oh, this is the Blender box project. I had a video about how I did this in order to test the animations because then it's like easier. Okay, mods, grenade launcher 5. I think I just compiled this. Alright, so it's showing us also bounding box for some reason. I don't know why that's on and how it's on. And what the point of it is. Why is it showing that? Oh, because of movement. And it doesn't even follow it as movement occurs. Okay. So our generally speaking, we need to turn on first show activities. We're going to do it through activities. And then we need to like look at our decompiled model. Then we need to go to modify source. Yeah, let's look at our decompiled model here. It was like in here somewhere. Yeah, it's this thing. No, wait. It's in here or something. Some shaders. How come this one has FXC and PSH pixel shader and vertex shader? I don't know. How do you decompile these shaders? Oh, whoops, that's like another tangent. HL2 and P. Where's the weapon that we decompiled? So last time we decompiled VS and G. Let's try to compile V shotgun then. Just because show off how to do it. Okay, let's go to decompile. It'll do that. It'll like try to put its own path in there. It will like choose a decompile folder. Oh, maybe it's inside decompile. Oh, it is in here. Did we already decompile shotgun? Yeah, we kind of did. Oh, but we didn't decompile V shotgun. Oh, whoops. I had it wrong, but whatever. So we'll just do like HL2 weapons, compile V shotgun, no MDL. You could put MDL in the folder name, it won't care. But I don't, because like I find folders names shouldn't be named with .mdl with a dot in it. So we decompiled V shotgun. Let's open animation folder. Okay, there's like plenty of animations here that we have to kind of. Alright, so it's got the bone defined, it's got all the animation stuff. So it'll be like on this side. Let's look at our other file. Oh, it's here. Whoops. Oh, not like that. I just dragged it. I was afraid I was going to go in some folder. Whoops. Alright, so we need like more animations. First we need to like idle to work right. And somehow like it opened too. Okay. I was like, why is there two? Okay, X VM idle. Let's look at how the shotgun idles. This is our thing for now. Oh God, I have to fix all this. Yeah, this is how like it draws font. I wanted it to draw font, but I think all I really need to do is do a VGUI screen. Let's see if HL2MP compiles. Oh, we could maybe try the VGUI screen. Let's see what it says once it's done. Should be not that bad. All right. We need a real idle. turn off grip movement. Go to view model mode. So idle does nothing. How does the other idle work in shotgun? Weapons. Weapons shotgun. Sequence idle. Let's make sure it's the same activity sequence. Yeah, it just kind of doesn't do much. And they cut things off from this side, so when you're running it like on Android, you won't like just be wasting any kind of performance. With certain engines, they kind of do this automatically and automagically, but there's also a performance cost in doing that, so Source Engine doesn't do that. What it does is just like do nothing. And the way to get around that is to like not render it, so like they'll just won't render this side of the weapon. And if you look inside the weapon stats, shader draw count is 1,686. On this model, which was probably AI generated, just according to how the texture coordinates look like. Yeah, so the draw count is 99999, so almost 5 times more. It looks like it's 10 because of the indices, and it's even, yeah, it's just like, yeah, if you look at the vertices, it's like 20. So it's a lot of more work for the video card. And like you're always drawing this. As far as like programmers are concerned, they're like, oh, this stupid model just sucks. They don't care if it's like fancy. Different people say different things, but animators will be like, oh, it's beautiful. Okay. So we just need to pump out at least one animation now. So let's go to pose mode after we select bones. Select the bones. Luckily, I was able to do that with one click. Pose mode. Select the main bone. Hit K. Location, custom properties, that. We want to generate about 120 frames for this. And then go to frame 20. Move it a little. Just a little. Idle. Very kind of subtle animation. Rotate it a little. K. Do it again. Check animation. Alright. Go to 40. Rotate a little. Maybe not the same way. Ugh. No, this is impossible to scroll like this. Unless you really... You could turn up your... I have a button to hotkey mouse sensitivity. I'm going to press RX. Kind of move it like this. RY. Move it like that. G. Just move it around a little. And K. I have to be on the screen when I press K. Let's copy paste 0. That'll take care of 60. Go to 80. Do some R, G, and press K. So how is that R looking now? Okay, it's moving. Go to 100. Oh, again, this thing where it's really hard to move. It's easier to move the camera than it is space. Just move it like this. R, Y, and do R, Z, so we kind of cover. No, that's not what we want. No. We don't want any of this. R, Z. Okay, not that much, but we just want a little. 3 degrees. No, we want 1 degree. How does that look? Oh, we fucked up. I fucked up. Let's do R, Z. Okay, find 2 degrees, and then G, and press K. Okay, so how does this look like? And then at 120, we'll just put 0 again. Okay, so that'll be our animation for idle. Why doesn't it play? Something is very wrong. It doesn't want to play. It hates me. Something is causing it to go frame 0 every frame. I think I'm pressing something. Oh, it shows the frame rate. And nice text. Oh, this will just skip to the next keyframe. I didn't know that. Oh well, learn something stupid every day, or new. Hand view nose. Okay, make sure I'm not pressing anything. Oh, okay. I'll get out of pose mode and go to object mode, and play it. And it doesn't play. I don't know why. I'll just play it manually like that. What if we go into animation mode and then play it? It still sits at 0. I don't know why it's doing that. Something's wrong with the editor. I think I glitched it out. Well, learn something new every day. Learn like 2 new things just instantly. Alright, there's some sort of thing about setting up the camera and like putting it where like it should be. We'll like learn that as we go along. And this will be called idle 1 final. So it doesn't override the other one, which is just like has copies of it, but we know that, but we still don't want to override it for my own like hoarding reasons. Just to be like thorough. Alright, now we want to export. Let's see, let's select the model when we export. I think that'll help bring up the menu that we need. Okay, we need these like inside of the cone, bubble, and circle thing here. It's called scene properties. I knew that. I knew what it was called. I just didn't want to say it. Yeah. We don't want DMX. Even though we do want DMX, let's see what happens if we export this animation as DMX. I don't care. Let's see if we could include it as a DMX file. Make it a vertex animation. And then we'll do the whole classical SMD. I even want to say I love working at SMDs. I got so used to them, but I never learned DMX, so like I can't like just start rapping out of nowhere with the hard voice. Even though I've tried in my car plenty of times, and that's why people on TikTok like my car singing videos, because I never tried it or something. Alright, so we go to our animation folder. That'll be like our export path, since we need like export paths or something. We don't really need the material path or the engine path. Why am I pasting it into the engine path? I don't know why, but we could paste it in there. What if we have the engine path right? Like, what if we were like actually like good at this? I think my engine path is in C, even though I think I installed it to K. So it's always good to like know where your engine path is, because somehow Crowbar works when my engine path is in C. Maybe what I did was I installed it on K, but then I was like, well, you know, it always looks on C, so I'll make sure I can't uninstall this by like uninstalling it and then just like copying it over. Doing like that trick like the master did for compiling shaders in the old Perl version or something, or the new version, where it uses those like squiggly line path names. Oh wait, I'm not doing this right. Okay, in common, there's this folder called Source SDK Multiplayer, and for some reason, dedicated server didn't work for me when I tried to run it. And I think the dedicated server is for the old 32-bit version. It's not for the 64-bit. I was like, wait, this dedicated server thing doesn't have 64-bit versions, and then the other one does, and then you have to like specify game, and I did, and then they tell you to use Steam CMD, so you can't use Steam, so you don't use the thing that they provide you with, and it's like, why did they provide it in the first? Yeah, it's just like convoluted. But I'll figure that out pretty soon here. Try this one. Okay, so I set my engine path right, but it's still like red. I don't know what it hates about it. Maybe it does have to be one of those like weird paths. Whatever, engine path. The engine path is right. Like this, does it want to be inside a bin? It probably wants to be inside a bin. Like, what if we put this in bin? Like, oh, now it's like happy all of a sudden. I can tell it's happy because it's not red anymore. So it wants to be in bin. QC path. Launch Half-Life 2 and B. Game path. So let's see. I mean, we could really set it all up. My game path is K, Steam library, Steam app, source mods, K, Crime Wars Test 1. Let's see if I got that right. K, oh, Steam apps, source mods. Yeah, I got it right. I know I don't like to say CD, changing directories into weapons, but that's okay. Because I could just copy paste the game path. Okay, so we copy pasted game path. QC path, okay. Well, what if we actually give it the QC path? It should do the exact same thing that Crowbar does, so we don't really need to install Crowbar, I guess. But I like to use Crowbar for the reason that I get this nice UI, like I get this command path right here. I get this like thing I could copy paste out of once it's compiled. And if Blender crashes, I'm still here. It's like separate. This is why I like it. I mean, you have to set it up all the time too. And pens are falling. I have too many objects on the table. Hoarding disorder. I love it. Alright, so then I'm taking way too much sweet time. Okay, this is the wrong window, but it doesn't matter. It's the same file. So like, let's copy paste her. Yeah. So launch HLMV. Will this actually launch it? It should. I mean, all it really needs to know. Animation new. Create a new action. Will that create a new animation? Okay, so it did launch HL2MV. Wow. Let's try to open it with it. Alright. So let's add our newly exported animation. But we didn't export the animation yet, did we? Yeah, it should be called idle_final. Okay, let's export that for a second, and then we'll do another animation, and then we'll hit new animation and mess with this bullshit, and then do material path and try to use that too. Okay, export 2 files. So it should have exported final as a DMX file. We'll try to be modern. Alright, so it made this DMX file, which is a serialized thing, serialized XML key value file. Which I don't know how it would work if the main model is not DMX and this one is. So like, what if you specify it in here? Just like, qua. Well, we have a backup of this, so it's okay. And then let's compile it. Can we compile in here? Can we tell it to compile? Compile all now. Compile QCs in the sources. Okay. Now, what did that do? Oh, it makes it think. Yeah, I don't like that. The fact that it does this. That like causes me hate. I mean, it causes me to be frustrated because now I can't like edit the model while it's compiling, and that wastes my time. I'm all about saving like a millisecond, even if it's going to cost me like 5 really heavy arm movements lifting 40 pounds, because like, all right, so is that our RL animations? So it worked out. So it just took the DMX file like nothing. And I'm guessing the DMX file is smaller, and it compresses it better. Nice, okay. So that is kind of what we made. Okay, so view model mode. This is how our idle looks like. Yeah, let's just pretend the weapon is heavy. You know. Alright, so what if we hit, we can simulate, replicate what this does. New animation, right? Animation, what is the action? Let's name it like reload 1. Custom properties, what would that do? Vertex animation, add. What does this vertex animation thing do? Generate QC segment. Seems like advanced. Wait, link, call, threshold. Alright, vertex animation thinger and animation seems to be two completely separate different things. Alright, let's try this also. Let's replace studio kind of like with this thing. I was already working on a DMX. Kind of like going sideways here. Pick another DMX model. Yeah, this one does model body. And then we'll make it a reference to the thing we exported right now, the DMX file. Yeah, it is smaller. But they're more compressed. Okay, so what would happen if we compile that? Or is this compiling too? Okay, it's not compiling to the right place. This one is. This will override it. Okay. So is this a vertex animation? How come this is like... Alright, so what if we went into edit mode and like modified vertices? What would we want to do? Oh, I don't know. Change the scope. Oh, this is impossible how it has it. It's got like all these triangles that are like... I'm holding control instead of shift. I'm holding shift now. Okay. This is so messed up. I don't know what to do. Yeah, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that triangle. And these ones I don't really need. I just want the top of this. Yeah, there's like these jacked up triangles everywhere. So what if we just did like that? K doesn't do anything good. It makes me go into knife mode. I will insert keyframe. So what if I hit I? Why is it doing inset? Damn it, no. Okay, let's switch to animation then, I guess. No, it didn't deselect. Insert keyframe. That didn't do much. Uh-oh, it deselected what I had selected. Control X. Enable mesh symmetry. I'm guessing this won't allow me to do what I'm trying to do right now, which is vertex animation, dope sheet, action editor, shape T editor. Is this what we need? Fuck. Alright. We're not on the same thing here anymore. Oh, here's the little options. Key, insert keyframe, all channels. That didn't do crap though. Let's see, object mode. I did fuck up the model a little bit, but still that up. Kind of fix it a little bit. Okay. Object mode. Key. That didn't do crap. I think it works off of the pose. It still works off of pose mode. I create pose asset. What the hell? Pose name. Cool. I didn't do crap. Okay. Yeah, it didn't do crap in this channel. Like, how are you supposed to use this channel thing? Dope sheet, action editor, grease pencil. Alright, so in action editor, we have something. Well, I. G. I. Let's copy paste this somehow. Copy, paste it to 100. Put it on to 99. Go to 100. Paste it. 120. Rotate it by X. G it down. Okay. Let's go up to 250. Rotate it. Rotate it X. Oh, I don't know. Okay, here. Okay. Rotate it. G. Okay. What does this do? Okay. I mean, rotate it back. R, Z, I mean X. Okay. A little bit G for whatever reason. 200. K. No. G. R. Y. K. G. R. Y. R. X. R. Z. Okay. Then reset it to what it was at 240. Oh shit. Whoops. That was the wrong. Oh, it did paste in the right place. Whoops. Got lucky there. And I just paste this again to 250. I don't know what I did here. I was in animation in Action Editor. And I had these, like, I don't know, for some reason this vertex animation thing, like, disappeared. What if I have two of these? One is name 2, the other one goes from like 1 to 199. This goes to 100. Generate QC segment. QC segment copied to clipboard. Oh, it doesn't even like put it in the file for me. It just copies it. Okay. So what would happen if I paste this? HR QC file. Why is it the wrong file? Okay. Where did I put this? Look at the end. It's right at the end. Oh. Yeah, this like doesn't help because I don't think I did the vertex animation right. I don't know where I would search to get this. So I know that I could find it on the SDK, but I think Blender needs a plugin. I know it needs one for Unity to do VCA or something. Or there's a plugin called. Yeah, that's for audio stuff. Even though this looks kind of interesting. What is this crap? Whatever. Yeah, Blender extensions. Oh, wow. Blender's got a lot of extensions. Yeah, we can't look at all this. This is bad. Modifier list. Enhance modifier UI features now with edit mesh modifier. Oh, this looks fantastic. Decimate, redecimate. This might be a good way to like do stuff. Let's get this add-on. Just download it. Alright. I might check that out, but it's not the one I'm looking for. What I was looking for is how to do vertex animate for source SDK Blender source SDK tools for Flex driver. Vertex animation 24 frames per second. So like, did it export these files? It might have not yet. Let's see if it does if we hit export. Let's hit export. I feel like I messed something up when I closed animation right there. Okay. Let's hit export. It should export 4 files or 3. It's going to export 2, I believe, and not care what I did. Export. Yeah, there's only 2 files it can export. Because I didn't do the animation right, obviously. I did a pose animation. I didn't do a... Okay, let's just hit export. Kulo 1. Animations Kulo 1. Do we have a Kulo 1? Let's double check. I don't think we do. No Kulo. Ah. See what this said. Blender version 1.4 or later, install blender.org, app ID. Source SDK tools. Install latest export, download from Valve. Okay, we have Blend source tools. Source SDK to compile V39 MDLs with Vertex animation support. Oh, we don't have that, so that's not going to work. Unless we go get the Portal 2 source code and implement it in Half-Life 2 right now. Visual Studio, which is possible. You could actually find it. How to add to Source SDK 2013 multiplayer. It's not going to give us the right answer. It's better to just do it by human natural hand. Model support, create or import a mesh, cloth, hair, or deformable object in Blender. Bake the animation. Yeah, you have to bake it. Oops, we went on a tangent here. Yeah, I was looking at this the other day. But this actually gives me the answer I wanted. It's like, how would I get this? And I'm guessing reference mesh animated. And I'm guessing that if I change the model itself, Vertex animation driver, the SMD animation, which will move the Vertex animation driver bone. Huh. That's funny how it does it. It uses the bone, I guess, as the driver, as the variable. The box, this would be perfect. My Vertex animations is the name of the VAC file, which using SMD or name Vertex animation blocks embedded in DMX, which using DMX. Oh, that sounds confusing. I'm never going to do this. Okay. Yeah, so that's the driver for TX and TY. Huh. Yeah, but we could drive Vertex animations by programming it too, since we are a programmer. Skeletal animation. No. It's like flex animation. Example of Vertex animation in Portal 2 HLMV. Yeah, I think this video is dead. No. Yeah, this video is dead. This video is not dead though. Yeah, I like this one right here. This would be perfect for a city builder. Like the nuke. Just annihilating death. Just imagine a bunch of like physics stuff. Okay. But the problem is like it'd be like not even physics. Yeah, so this is another example. Yeah, we probably have to comment this out. It's not going to work. I was hoping it had an example. SDU models from earlier games, including Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, compile V29, but do not support Vertex animation. Yeah, so there's different versions of V49. And V49 in Source Filmmaker Portal 2. In Alien Swarm, you support it. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I guess, supports it. So you could have Hair and Dota 2, which is Source 2. Like, why Source 1 and Source 2 mixed together? I thought they were, like, different. Well, they're actually, like, a derivative, I think, of each other. Gary's mod supports vertex animation since whatever, a non-standard V48. Yeah, so you can do what Gmod did. So it'll support both. Gmod can, like, Gmod does this thing like Crime Wars kind of does. It's like try to support like different level formats and different level FPGs. Gmod still supports extended from 2013 MDL format with additional features including vertex animation. These non-standard V48 MDLs are not compatible with other games. Gmod's Studio will not create. Yeah, so like if you use Gmod to compile your stuff and you try to put it into your like source mod, you have a lot of problems. I've like experienced this for some reason. Okay, see what Grok said. Oh, it's trying to teach me on how to compile sources to K multiplayer. Okay. Crowbar similar tools, create game projects. Yeah, like we know how to do this part. Oh, here it tries to tell us how to do it. The reference mesh, flex bone name, vertex animation. But how do you actually do the vertex animation? Sequence wind. If using DMX, replace VTA file with appropriate DMX reference. So what do we do? So we just take a DMX file that we mutated and use that as the reference. Let's see. Try it real quick. And we can get back to the Half-Life 2 stuff. Let's see. Let's import our DMX file that we're compiling. It's this one. Then I guess delete the cube. Import. It's a different color for some reason, is it? Let's import the DMX idle final. Which will just play this animation. Oh, now it plays right. Wow. But then we want to modify this. We'll like rename this into vertex anim 1, right? And our vertex animation will just basically you change the model. Let's go into wireframe for a second here. Hit edit mode. Oh, and it teleports it back to where it was. And it's very hard to scroll for some reason. Very hard. Let's do this select thinger. Oh, this is garbage. This model sucks. I mean, this model has great potential in the world of driving a 3D modeler mad. Okay, let's do back to this. How would we select all these and like flatten them out? One way is to go to Z. Somehow position ourselves right above it. Select that. Open this little thing. I think we set Z to like 4.4. No. We want them all to be that. It says local. What if the global? .5? It doesn't set all of them to the same place. Why? Yeah, their coordinates are different. Like, how do I make it so I can set all of them to like the same thing? Do I have to use Blender script? Okay. Write a Blender for Python script to set current faces to a particular Laurel Z2 individually to 4.4. It's going to be interesting what it just spits out. It kind of is good at writing these. I don't remember what I wrote these with. I was writing some of these things good. But like, once you get good at Blender scripting, which I'm like a terrible person at, like, I find this to be unimportant. Like, I'm just, what do you call that? An offender. I just like create like new crimes out of this. I try this. I guess that's a good thing. Oh, okay, so we select the mesh. Select object type face. Face and face. I don't know. Yeah, this looks wrong. Let's just run it. What does it say? One file is import. Like, what the hell did it do? I wasn't looking. Just to confirm what I was talking about. Okay, let's hit Control Z. No, Control Z here. Oh, it Control Z's that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so that went up. Control Z that. That makes a lot of sense. So what if we run this again? Oh, it did move that thing. So let's like select what we want to select. This is annoying because of how stupid like this looks. Like, what if we selected that and then ran this? And then we don't have the little run button in front of our face. Okay, so that did like attempt to do what I tried to do. Okay, but what if we did it to the points? What if we did it to the points? It's called vertices, I know. It'll understand. I try to add some stupidity into my prompts to do a little bit of prompt bypass for the, so the prompt is like more busier explaining it to me than it is like trying to do something fancy. It's like once it starts doing fancy things, it's bad. Like it just goes off track. It does what I do. It goes sideways. And it's like, oh, don't you mean you want to do all of this too? It's like, no. Okay, what did that do? Why are we in face mode again? Why does it say face? Yeah, we're going to tell it select mode type in whatever is equal to vertex. Vertex. I believe it's vertex. I don't know what it's called. We could just look in the prompt. They call them points when you do a GL draw. When you do a Vulkan, they call them bytes. No, kidding. Car floats, sorry. Everything's afloat. This is graphics. Everything has to be afloat. No integers allowed. I hate them. I was going to code my whole game inside of integers. Because I was like trying to optimize for like free PS from day one. I don't know. Okay. Will this work? I don't really care. Let's hit play. Yeah, Python, traceback, and a bunch of errors, I guess. Converting PyArgs operator, enum type vertex not found. Oh, really? Okay, it's called vert, sorry. And then what? Did it actually do it? Like, I don't understand. It looked like something worked. Like it didn't throw an error. Okay, let's change it to like 4.0 and run it. Yeah, it like, it pushed it, but it didn't really push them all to the right position. It didn't push it the way I wanted it to, basically. It's got fragments inside there. Like there's still like, okay, if you look at this one, and you look at the position, it's at 4. This is at 4, this is at 4. Oh no, they are at 4. Huh, why does it look like they're not? Oh, it's maybe just because of the edges. Okay, so it did it right, I guess. Let's see, this is a bad vertex animation since it's like stupid. But there's still some sticking out, like we could see from over there. Like, why is it drawing all these stupid lines? Oh, and now we can't move because, I don't know, it's in dumbass mode. It's easier to move, like the camera, than it is to... Maybe we are the camera, that's the problem. No, we're not. So that's what we did. So, like, how do we export this as the animation? I believe we just go and just dump the DMX file and just call that the animation. I don't know. That's at least like how I did the vertex animation. Well, no. The shape keys, I think, yeah, like 3D Max, the way you do them is that you have to dump out like a shit ton of files of the reference. It's just basically you're just sending it like, oh, this is the reference when it's like this. Just don't change any of the vertices, obviously. If you do, then it's like, oh, it just screams at you. Oh, something's wrong. There's not the correct amount of points. Like, I don't care. Just compile it. Piece of crap. Here's a dumb machine. Don't tell me what to do. What I can't do. Okay. So now we have this, like, new stupid thing we're trying to do for no reason. And we got to export it to the same folder. Oh, yeah. We don't even have the folder open. Oh, no, yeah, we do. It's this folder. We renamed our file thing, right? Let's like rename this just to be like really safe. Vertex anim1. And it'll like still override what I have in there. Watch. But if I hit export and I'm like, okay, so it'll export as a vertex animation in the name. So it's this thing. So like, let's say it was this thing. Let's say I follow the guide and Steam somehow and not mess up. Pretend I won't mess up. So this will be this, right? But we need another one. Then we need the bone. Like we need to do this. But it won't work because we're not in the other source engine, are we? Who cares? We'll just like try to make it work anyway. Yeah, we need to copy paste this shit in there. Like, what is this one now? Oh, we need this SMD, the vertex driver. Vertex animation driver bone. I don't know where we're gonna get that. What else do we need? Let's just define the bone. Yeah, we need to define the bone. I don't know, let's just throw it behind the other bone defines. Set it to 0. And then we need Why is there like more than one of these? Wasn't it supposed to be called this? Alright, let's just make another DMX file. Pretend like I don't know anything. I'm gonna mess this up anyway. This is already like experimental project. No, we don't want to export, we want to import. Like, what the hell? I'm guessing this is the regular one. Now let's just, yeah, it's a lot better without importing that animation that it screws things up. Now let's like modify another part of this. Let's vertex animate. Oh, I don't know. The balloon. It's like, I feel like doing more of the top side of the weapon, but alright, so let's just do scale. Scale, G, and that like sort of destroys things, but gets the point across. File, export, okay, hit the little cone thing, export, DMX. Alright, we need to rename stuff. Vertex Amni2. Vertex Amni2. I know I messed up the first time, but whatever. Just export. Export. Yeah, Verted Amni2 it's called. Yeah, Verted. That one's called Vertex, that one's called Verted. So what would happen if we try to compile this? Error, access violation exception. Oh, okay. Let's name this like 2. I mean 4. 4. And this 6. Alright. You still have access exception. Where is it getting access exception on? Leaking 7 elements. H. Could not find vertex driver animation.smd. Okay, so we need the vertex driver. We need like some sort of bone. Okay. Let's just create one. I'm just going to take a bone and move it like delete cube, add an armature, name it animation vertex. No, what should it be named? It should be named sequence vertex animation vertex VAC bone. No, it should be named whatever that bone define was. Vertex animation driver. Okay, vertex animation. Yeah, okay, it is named that. And then what do we do? Source engine export DMX. We have to export this SMD. So let's. And okay, there's no animation yet. Okay, so hit K. Location, rotation, scale, and custom properties. And then we will move it to 1, right? No, wait. Move it to frame 60. G, move it to 1. Make sure it's like, oh, yeah, let's move it to 10, whatever. 10. Hit K. Check if it works. Okay, it does work. Okay. Export as a SMD. I don't know. I've never done this before. It does work. Whatever. It'll do something. Vertex animation drive. We just want to export that. Okay. Did it dump it into animations? Yeah. Let's put it into the root folder. Make sure it's like a root file. Okay. Okay, compiled. Or it's compiling. Now the temperature's going up. Okay, load Steam model. Generating optimized mesh. I have to make sure it finishes. Oh, it didn't finish. I went to the folder too fast. You can't see it. Check above for errors. If you don't see it, and you know it's there, you could always like, oh no, it is there. Type it into. Alright, so, what the, it's the wrong way, isn't it? Oh, because I screwed it up with all my vertex animation crap, whatever I was trying to do. Let's just do in center view sequence. Okay, there's some like unknown sequences. Interesting. This studio is not even supposed to compile this. I don't know why it did, or what it did. Okay, so idle animation. Does that look alright still? View model mode. No. It did something weird to it. Whatever it did. Wonder how this looks in game. It could be all corrupted. Well, it's just weird erupted. Because certainly it was compiled by the right compiler. Which is funny. Okay, so in model, no, there's no controllers here. Oh, we could blend the animations. Yeah, that's how you would do it. You would blend the animations. Because, like, you would have flex controllers in flex, which there's none here for some reason. Weird. Okay. We did define flex drivers. VAC bone. Does VAC bone have to match vertex animation bone? Let's see what the fuck. Vertex animation driver. Flex bone. Vertex animation. Yes. Why is mine so weird? Oh, it's because I pasted it off of the wiki thing. I mean, off of the editor. The editor does that. But what if we did that? Like this. Like that. So flex driver, vertex animation driver, vertex animation driver, vertex animation driver action. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And what if we save as for this 5? We have to create a new model because I want to have this like backed up in case I do want to do this and make like a Left 4 Dead model, or Left 4 Dead workshop. I don't. I would actually just want to copy its MDL format somehow, but that's like a dream. It's kind of like doing the whole shader thing I'm doing and some other crap. I just need to like Alright, so finished my compiling the model. Let's see what grenade launcher direct is here. Okay. Sorry. Discord distractions. Alright. We are idle. Oh shit. What does that do? Alright, so those turn into animations, but this does not compute. Alright, I don't know what I did. And there's no flux controllers. Merge me. So the only thing I can think of now with this is going back and just doing it HL2 style from beginning. And like restarting the stream. And me actually doing this seriously. And without taking a break. And downloading HL tools in the meantime, so I could recompile this with Left 4 Dead 2 tools. In the meantime, downloading Left 4 Dead 2 tools, so I could see if this Vertex animation thing I'm trying to attempt actually works. It looks like I'm on the right track, but I won't be able to see the results until I merge the code off of Alien Swarm or Portal 2. Do I have Alien Swarm? Like, I know I had Alien Swarm SDK before. I don't know which one I want to get. Alien Swarm SDK or... It's not that big. Okay. I'll get both of them. Yeah, there's also Portal 2, I guess. Portal 2 authored. Yeah, so there's all three of these. Wow. Interesting. This will really, like, give me headaches, but whatever. I'll find something new out I can do.